Well, it didn't work very well the first time I did it, and I think this time I'm just going to leave the name that they gave it. And now I've got my trail points as input, I've got my raster as input, and the output I'm just going to leave the name they gave it, and then I'll say OK, and hopefully this will work this time. I should have some background music or something to go with this. Now, you may wonder why things take so long. There's a lot of activity going along behind the scenes, so it worked. So I guess the problem before was when I changed the name, I must have made some mistake. So I'm just going to close the toolbox, and I'm going to open my extract trails. And here's a value called raster value, and that is actually the elevation in meters. So I've got my trail distances and elevation in meters. Now the next thing I need to do is to send this off as a DBF file so that I can open it in Excel. So I go to the table options, export, and just to keep things consistent, I'm going to put it in my, not in the database, not in the geodatabase, but here in that folder. And I'm going to change the type to DBase file, and I'll just give it a name, points elevations, and I will save it and say OK. And OK. I don't want to add this to my map because it's not necessary. So I'll just say no, and I'll close the table. Now at this point, one of the things you need to do is to create this into an output map and change it to layout view and actually create a map that you're going to put in a correct scale, an even scale, have a title, north arrow, scale, and everything. For the legend, you want to have maybe the track and the waypoints, and that'll be enough to put on there. Have a legend, a scale, and everything else. And then you're going to output that as a JPEG file, like you've done in other classes. And I also would recommend that you save this and then save that folder somewhere on your X drive so that if there's any mistakes or whatever, you can go back and fix them. Okay, so I'm going to stop here and move over to Excel.